Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to play some more 60 Seconds. We have almost platinum this game. We've got two achievements. Two achievements left. Alright, there's some of the hardest ones that we got to do. Alright, so we're going to work on Apocalypse on Sarabama. That is, it's the hardest difficulty and we have to survive. We have to survive in some way. Let me think with my brain. We want to go for map. Oh, my brain's going smooth. Map, radio, cards, medkit. Is that it? Map, radio, cards, medkit? I think that's it. I could be wrong. We'll find out. But yeah, let's do that and then grab some food. I'm only going to grab one of the people, and it's going to be the other adult. I'm going to grab the wife, and that's it. Because we're doing the most difficult game mode, I want to just have two of them because we're going to need to save food. Alright, there's cards. Okay, we're gonna get food. Okay, I see the wife over here. Map. Okay, and there's the radio. I'm running into things. Alright, let's go. Okay, radio. While we're here, we'll grab this, and we're gonna grab the lock as well because we need bandit protection. I don't see the friggin' medkit. Oh, I can't grab it. I'm going for the gun. Oh! Okay, that's it. That's it. Alright, we'll leave the kids. We don't need the kids. It's terrible. It's terrible. Alright, hopefully we got some good stuff, though. Hopefully we got some good stuff. We got everything we need, I believe. Let's take a look and find out. Day 1. Oh, and if you enjoy this content, make sure you like and subscribe. Leave a comment because it helps the channel. Subscribe if you want to see more. And like the video because that helps the channel as well. I'm trying to get it to grow and all that fun stuff. So let's see. So we got the cards, we got the map, we got the radio, we got the medkit. That's what we needed. We got 3 of the food, 3 of the water. So we're going to need to figure that out. We got some stuff for defense, and we have the suitcase, which we're going to use. We need to, well, as long as we keep the cards, we're fine. We don't have anything else we can take with us, though, for the adventure. Cards work for both the government and for the twins, survival thing. Okay. Just the 2 of us. There wasn't enough time to get the kids, but surely this is just a drill and they're okay, right? We don't have that much food. No one's complaining yet, but canned soup might become an extravagant dish quite soon. There's barely enough water for everyone. We will have to ration it strictly. This is the best stocked shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one, but we're pretty sure this is a good amount of supplies. Alright, so we don't have to give anybody food or water until day 5. We are definitely going to be doing at least 2 or 3 expeditions to start off as quickly as we can. And after that, we can't do any more because it gets too risky when you do the most difficult one, right? So we'll send him off. We have plenty of distant relatives, but none of them mean as much as his Auntie Ada. She lives in the country, so there's a good chance that she's still configuring her cow counting machine and not worrying about nukes raining down in her hen house. Too bad we don't have a photo of her, or do we? We put some photos in the books a while ago after a giant coffee spill incident. I almost grabbed this because it was next to the med kit in that bathroom area. I was like, should I get it? It'd be nice. And of course it pops up to give me a good mental health for them. That would have been beautiful. Alright, let's see. And so, we are left with no photos, no news, and no happy thoughts. The world is too cruel. Alright, we don't have to give them nothing. We're going to send Ted out. We will just send him with the checkerboard, because it can give us some food. And then we're just going to do these. Ted left for the surface. We hope he'll be back soon. Huge part of me wonders if I could do it with just... Ooh, a group of doctors knocked on the door today requesting some supplies that would be helpful in refilling their first aid kits. We didn't doubt that they were real doctors for a second. It's a lot of water when I've only got 2, but I think it's worth it in the future to heal them both, if needed. Because if they get sick, we're in a situation. And with it being this difficult one, there's a good chance they're gonna get sick. A bottle of relatively clean water is the closest we'll ever get to hydrogen peroxide. The guests were grateful anyways. Okay, so we have to give her water. We've always wanted to throw a party with a huge cake. For some reason, it never worked. One time, my voice cracked a little bit. One time we were promised a great cake and it turned out it was a lie. That was a disappointment. We weren't glad. We are definitely getting a cake when the radioactive clouds are gone. Day 6. We can make it work, even in Toronto. The question is, how do we find a boat to get there? We heard that's the best way to get to Europe. Alright, Dolores is no longer thirsty. She's fine. Till day 10. A few more hours of coughing and we'll get used to it. Our ventilation fans have halted and no fresh air seems to be circulating through the shelter. We have to fix it before we suffocate like rats trapped by a professional and very cruel rat catcher. Okay. We don't want to do anything since we don't have the bug spray. Bug spray. The bug spray will clear it out, but if we do nothing, there's a chance we get sick, but it's worth the risk. We decided to ignore any problems at the vents and focus on other problems. As predicted, all of us developed a nasty cough and had trouble breathing, but it got better the next morning. We don't know what the issue was, but the important thing is, it's gone now. We were discussing plans for our first meal that didn't feature tomato soup when we heard yells outside. We discovered they came from a small group of ragged survivors. They were a sorry sight, and we weren't surprised when they resisted aid. They asked us to provide anything we could, water, food, or medical supplies. Let's give them a can of food. I don't know what that one does, because it's not related to the twins, that's for sure. But I wonder if it's like just helping not have bandits, which would be nice. Our visitors had problems finding enough words to express their gratitude. Many tears were shed, smiles and hugs exchanged, and they wished us all the best. It's a great feeling to be able to help someone out. They left soon after to seek shelter in the ruins of our town. We hope they make it out there. Okay, we're fine till day 10. Ha! Guess what? We already got ourselves our very own Fallout garden. We've got a bunch of mushrooms growing on one of the walls. They're big enough to be eaten. How about that? Should we prepare a mushroom feast today? No, thank you. We're not eating mushrooms off the wall. That is gross. Alright, phone ringing. See, I wonder if that, helping those people out, gives the phone call quicker. Is that what happens? We may be hungry, but there's some things we will never eat. Wall fungus is one of them. Okay, we don't have to give them anything. We're going to send out Dolores. We didn't expect to get a phone call so soon after the atomic bomb drop. Yet, here we are. We can clearly hear a phone ringing outside. It must be public phone booth on the other side of the street. Should someone go answer it? Alright, let's see. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as a survivor from a nearby town of the Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they'll get back to us. Okay, day 10, so we have to give both to them. To her, I guess. One of the cupboards in the shelter was a bit shaky, so we pulled it out and gave it a new home. In the process, we discovered a secret door. Where does it lead? No idea, but let's find out. Yes. Let's use the gun. I hope it doesn't break, though. Okay, gun's fine. Did we get anything for it? Dude, what? Ted's dead already? We figured the best way to be sure nothing and no one jumps us inside the mysterious room was to bash the door open and start firing. When the smoke was gone, we were able to assess our operation. The room was empty and we hit nothing but walls and we barely dodged one ricochet gone bad. Okay, let's do some math real quick. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this one's 6. We got 7, 6. So that gives us what? 12 to 20 days? Okay, the only thing we can do is send her on expeditions with nothing. We'll do both. We have to send her on a couple expeditions and hope for the best. Nothing, nothing, and nothing. We could hear nothing with the annoying static. Better luck next time. Okay, let's send her out. Where's she at? Starvation. Let's send her out with the suitcase. And hope we don't lose our shelter. We need to do it a couple times. We need food and water. We have to get that. And she's sick. That's okay. I don't think we got anything. Oh my gosh. This is such a difficult game mode. When scavenging for supplies, we should check every possible corner, even if it doesn't seem promising with that in mind. We ventured into the ruins of the local bank, hoping to find something more than piles of useless pre-apocalypse coins. We found a shopping bag on the floor, so we got 1 water. Spotted a vehicle. Honestly, I don't see her surviving. Let's give her stuff. I'm going to just try to get progress on the vehicle. Right? With our... I don't think she can even go out, actually, thinking about it. She should be tired, so I don't think she'll go out. We were able to get a weak signal to tap into the government's emergency announcement service, and guess what? Great news. The fallout outside is mostly gone. It should be clear to travel. This is... Let's just try to get her in a couple adventures knowing we're going to lose and get the vehicle further. Because remember, it takes 5 gameplays. And on each gameplay, you have to make a little bit of progress with the vehicle. And then you can use it as an escape route. And then it's just a matter of doing expeditions to get the fuel option. So we'll do that. When we know we have it, we'll send all the kids out to further the vehicle, and then we'll send one of the adults, and hopefully we can get lucky and beat this in an easy way. She's still tired, so we can't do anything. If there's anyone who can rescue us from this hellish situation, it's our government. You can badmouth them all you want, but that probably means you're either a naysayer or a commie. We're good citizens. We've been paying our taxes regularly, so we're sure Uncle Sam is coming to get us. Well, except that one time when we... Never mind. The government people are coming, and we should keep our ears and eyes open for any sign of them. Oh, did I click it? I don't think I did. I don't know. I don't think I did. Yeah, I didn't click it. I'm a fool. I'm an absolute idiot. Before the world turned into an unforgiving dead wasteland, we were friends with almost everybody in our town, including Old Man Jim, who would shamble through our street often and always say hello. When we wanted to visit him once, he gave us an address that took us to a park. Old Man Jim was such a joker. It appears that he survived the blast, but since he's at our door right now, he's asking if we want to buy a rock. Sorry, I'm stuttering a little bit. I don't know. I'm like mumbling. Alright, so she's not tired anymore. Oh, let's read this. Old Man Jim was always lovely and friendly to everyone, so of course we opened the door and fulfilled his request. He winked at us and told us our first rock is free, which we're happy to hear since a rock is a good thing to have, but we don't think we were able to trade any of our supplies for it, even if it brings luck like he claimed. She needs food or water tomorrow. We'll send her out. During the night, we heard some suspicious sounds coming from behind the door. When we peeked out into the morning, there was a leather suitcase. It has no address or name on it, but we're pretty sure it's meant for us. Yeah, go ahead and open it. I mean, what else can we lose, you know? We're in a rough spot. Cool. We were hoping it would be a bouquet of beautiful flowers or maybe a box of Belgian chocolates, but apparently you can't have it all. We will put these items to good use anyways. Okay, give her both. We're going to send her suitcase, cards, and that. And honestly, we might as well send her with a radio too. We're not going to last long. And we're not doing the government one. We're doing the twins. Let's send her out. If she comes back with like 3 or 4 of each, we might be... Okay, we're good. We're good. And we got a med kit. Okay, and we got cards still. I think we can do this. We're not leaving the shelter again. Okay, We're glad to see Dolores came back from the wasteland. Someone tried to break in while we were away. Even though the invaders kept banging at the door with all their force, they did not manage to get in. We need to take additional safety measures this time, since our padlock is too damaged to offer any further protection. We found our way to a nearby hospital, which, despite heavy structural damage, is still standing. The site wasn't pretty, though. What used to be inside the hospital is now all over the place. Whatever survived the blast wave, anyways. The canteen had a respectable amount of tomato soup. It looks like this was the only thing they fed their patients. Now we're 100% sure it's healthy. There was plenty of bottles of liquid in one of the wards. Peroxide or not, water is water, and beggars can't be choosers. It wasn't hard to find a fully equipped first aid kit. It's a hospital, after all. One of the surviving hospital beds had a gas mask hanging on it, along with a note that read, "Wear this. Patient smells really bad." We were exploring the wasteland when we got a bit tired and decided to take a short stop to rest. It's a good thing we took cards. Nowadays, there aren't many things more relaxing than a round of solitaire under the greenish radioactive sky. When we were about to go, we noticed a few bottles stuck in a pile of junk. When we were passing through the ruins of a bar, we ran into a soup vending machine. We couldn't find any spare change, so we decided to try prying with checker pieces. It worked. Dang it, we really like that suitcase. The checkers are gone. Gone! They didn't make it back from the waste. It might seem paranoid, but we think someone followed us. Let's just hope it doesn't happen again. The vehicle down the street looks like somebody's work in progress. We observed it from afar. Who could the owners be? We kept our distance for long enough. We might want to take a closer look in the future. This could potentially be our ticket out of here. Okay, we're going to heal her. We're not leaving the shelter anymore. A young man knocked on the door today asking for help. He said that he'd been watching us for a while and he believes we're good, decent people. Although he hoped we would meet in different circumstances, he could really use our help now. The mission is rescuing his twin sister who went missing, trying to infiltrate a nearby bandit camp. He promises it'll be worth our while. Okay, yeah. Here's the twins thing. So we're gonna just stay in here and try our best to get the twins ending. The young man was assisted by a group of other survivors, all armed but really friendly. We found a girl, threw her a weapon, and fought off the bandits guarding the exit. Siblings were happy to be reunited, but also very confused. Turns out the bandit leader was actually their father. Crazy, small world we live in. Anyway, they were really thankful and promised to contact us again soon. Okay, so just keep an eye on her food and water. Hear that? Noises coming from below. This is probably the right time to check the manhole in the corner. The one that's been locked tight ever since we got to the shelter. No. It's not worth it because there's the big alligator. We'll try to do the government one, but we're more focused on the twins one. So, going into a tight, dark tunnel is not a good idea, especially with those weird noises coming from it. They are giving us the creeps, even up here. Okay, is she... Okay, she's starvation. She needs food tomorrow. Yeah, we'll turn on the radio. Okay. Nothing, nothing, and nothing. Okay. She needs food. And she needs water tomorrow. We can keep sitting on our backsides here in this tiny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting away as far as possible from this radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought the Reds would ruin such a lovely neighborhood? We could do it on our own. The escaping part, not the ruining part, of course. However, there might be someone out there that can help us. Let's keep our eyes and ears open. Alright. We made contact. The military is out there and they're coming for us. All we need to do now is wait patiently. The soldiers with the boring voice was very specific about this. Help is on the way. We need just to wait for further instructions to keep our radio in working order. Okay, and she needed water. Okay. We were about to go to sleep when we heard someone knocking at the door. Who could it be at this hour? Who could it be at this part of the wasteland? How the hell did they survive the nuke? Should we open it? Yeah. I hope it's the twins wanting to do stuff. I don't know. This could be risky, though. Okay, and she's sick. Opening the hatch was a bit risky. It seems it gave us an awful sickness. That coughing is... Okay, no more risks. No more risks. Unless we're, like, absolutely sure. It's really weird when you get that feeling that someone's watching you. Our shelter is tiny, but it has been bugging us for a while now. We checked all the closets and no one's hiding there. Is there something alive down here besides us? Maybe a rodent of some kind? If so, we need to show it that we are the dominant species in this little paradise of ours. Sure, use the axe. Ooh, good stretch, good yawn. Feels great. Okay. Whatever it was, it's dead now. Quite dead. Maybe there's more hiding somewhere in one of those nasty little holes. Okay, what does she need? Starvation. Let's just go ahead and give it to her. I can't waste food for that. What was that? Did the radio static just stop for a moment? Let's try tuning into that signal. I'm so scared that it's going to, like, tinker and break, you know, because that happens. Dun, dun, dun. Nothing, nothing, and nothing. Oh, my goodness. Nothing for her. What's that sound? A galloping horse? We rushed to the door. We were greeted by two men dressed like they'd come from the medieval fair. We identified the source of the sound. One of them was holding two rocks and hitting them against each other constantly, while the other was skipping and pretending to be the rider. They say that they were looking for an antique cup, but they'd gotten lost and would be most grateful if we would let them check our map, provided we have one. We do, in fact, have one. Let's go ahead and help them real quick. Let's see what we can do. I don't know what he gave us. I think checkerboards. We were too impressed with their medieval outfits to decline, so we showed them our map and pointed to the location of our shelter. They quickly found their bearings, and rewarded our kindness with a set of checkers, then swiftly ran off. We hope they find what they're looking for. Okay, Dolores needs water tomorrow. We were about to go to sleep when we heard scratching come from the door. At first, it sounded like an angry rat trying to eat the dang thing. We soon discovered it was something much worse. Someone on the other side of the door trying to pry it open. We need to act. Let's use the gun. Okay, we got a broken gun. It's not surprising that a few shots were enough to send those cowards running. The question is, what happens if the rifle malfunctions or we use all the ammo? We do hope it won't come to that. Otherwise, we might need to defend ourselves using knives and forks. Alright, so water for her. We got a visit today from a person with a physical mutation. He managed to grow several extra fully operational hands. He shared a story of his group with us, people with other deformities who despite circumstances remain friendly and struggle to gather supplies. Wherever they go, people just shoo them away in fear of getting sick. He promised that if we gift him some supplies, his group will help us get rid of the bandits next time they bother us. Yes. Let's give a water. Good, so we have another protection. We have the axe and we have the mutants, which is awesome. It feels good to have some friends in this cruel, empty wasteland. A few of our supplies is a small price to pay when it comes to the safety of your family. Alright, I'm hoping the doctors come back. The twin siblings contacted us again. Today they visited our humble shelter, saying they were looking for a map of a nearby area. Their plan is to find a relatively safe place for the new camp that could accommodate their whole group and anybody else that would want to move in with them. A plan of the city would be very helpful in their situation, at least to help organize their scouting expedition. I have a map. That is why we grabbed the map. It is so perfect. You need it for the government, you need it for the twins, and all that. And I've got cards and checkers. Excuse me. I have this little soft cough today. They didn't have to ask twice. These people are very friendly, and the way they take care of others is impressive. We showed them the map and pointed out a few bandit camps that they should avoid. They were grateful and stayed for a little chat. They said they would be more than happy if we came to visit them once their camp was ready. We can't wait to see how it turns out. I really hope we nail this one. We're really close. Alright, give her food. We don't want this cat. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal for just one can of soup. We get the bag and all of its contents. We can't see what's inside, and the trader gives us an angry glances. We can't see what's inside, and I read this in such a weird way. We can't see what's inside, and the trader gives us angry glances every time we take step towards the mysterious bag. Should we make the deal? Heck no! We don't want no cat. We don't want no cat causing problems. I think I heard the map fall. I think we have that event coming, which is nice. Our grandparents always told us to never buy anything sight unseen, and we're not about to start now. Gone are the times of yard sales. We can manage without whatever junk is in that mysterious bag. Okay, where's she at? Okay, she's nothing, so it's fine. We got scared a little bit today when all of a sudden our map just fell off the wall. Maybe our shelter is haunted. When we When the map fell down, it revealed some sort of safe behind it. We don't remember installing it, but we could probably crack it. Well, we technically have all the time in the world to do it. Shall we try? Yes. Hopefully we can get the med kit. I'd like to just heal her instead of hoping the doctors come back. We didn't get the med kit. That's fine. We're still not certain how the map fell down, if it was some ghost playing tricks on us. It's a friendly one. Inside the safe we found some useful items, so we'll do this ghost the courtesy of not calling it an exorcist. That's fair. Okay, dehydration, so I need to give her water tomorrow. The military is transmitting again. They say that our first step is to locate any remaining survivors. A plane will be doing a sweep over the neighborhood this evening, and we're supposed to go out into the open and signal with a flashlight. We don't have one. I'm so glad we have the twins thing going. Let's hope that we can get it done. My wife came home. She's trying to be quiet. The signal has to wait. Besides, do they even know how much flashlight batteries cost, especially in this economy, especially after it was wiped out? All right, so she needed dehydration, so give her water. I really hope those doctors come back and heal us. Last time we went out on an expedition, we noticed an abandoned tank just sitting there in the open. It looks damaged. It may be useful supplies. Shall we send somebody to investigate? No. This is the one where if we go investigate it, there's a chance it could explode and be a trap. So we're not even going to risk that. It's not worth it. Let's see. We decided against going for an inspection of the tank. For all we know, it might be a trap or simply burnt out wreck. Not worth our time and effort. Alright, so she needs starvation. Let's just give her one now. I think we're fine. We've got plenty of supplies. It's been a while since we showered. The smell in this tiny shelter is as far from roses as it can get. We had thought of washing ourselves. Too bad we didn't grab any soap along the way. But maybe we can make do with something else. We got a gas mask. We'll just use that. Hopefully it doesn't make her... I don't want her sickness to get worse. I don't know if that's a thing. There's no meters. That's my only gripe on the game is there's no insanity meters or sickness meters, like how sick you are, whatever. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. If we can survive just a little bit longer, dirty ears shouldn't be much of a problem. Just to be sure, dibs on the gas mask. She's fatigued and hungry. Is she... She's not sick anymore. I don't know how that happened. A woman came by with a creature she claims is a camel, provided that camels have 5 legs. The animal is carrying a pack of goods for trade. Honestly, we don't need anything. We should have enough. But just in case, we can trade the radio. But what if the twins need it? I don't think they've ever needed it. But what if they did? I'm trying to think of if they could ever use it. I don't think so, but I'm just nervous. This is like the hardest difficulty. I'm going to keep all the items I can, just to be safe. Just to be safe. And we still have an axe. We still have the mutants. So we have defense. In the end, we decided her offers were not for us. Maybe another time, if she ever comes back. Thirsty, hungry. It's hard to keep track of time down here. We can't tell if it's night or day. Our sleeping patterns are messed up. The terrible light bulbs are not helping. Too bad we can't replace them. There has to be something we can do about this. We don't have a med kit, so we're going to have to just... We're going to have to tough it out, Dolores. We're going to have to get through this. She's crazy. So we have about 20 days. Bravely ignoring our symptoms, we tried to get at least an hour or two of sleep. No luck. We're even more tired than we were. And there are other problems we need to face soon. Let's just hope our yawning will be enough to scare raiders away and save us from the radiation sickness. We'll just give her both just to, you know. Today we are visited by a strange-looking little man who introduced himself as a trader. He insisted our prices are so low that it's practically like cutting his own throat. The least we could do is take a look at his offer. Although for some reason we don't really trust him. Let's trade the flashlight, actually. Because we can do the government one now. So that gives us double whammy. The weird man tried to make us buy fried cockroaches on a stick, covered in some mysterious sauce. These snacks looked pretty disgusting, so we turned them down. But we bought something else from him. He looked a bit disappointed. She doesn't need anything. The trash can is becoming full of empty soup cans, and that unmentionable bucket is overflowing. Both of them are attracting strangely glowing, suspicious big insect wildlife. Big insect wildlife. Roaches weren't that big before the war, were they? Okay, so she's not sick. That's fine. Oh my, that thing is huge, and there's another one. Roaches everywhere. We're doomed. We already feel so dirty. Alright, that's fine. We were afraid we wouldn't hear from them again, but our friends are back. Oh, no. The siblings have proudly declared their camp is ready, but they need one more thing in mind for it: a school. They want to somehow educate the children that live there. They already appointed a few people to teach, but they're a bit short on reading material. Do we have anything they can contribute to this cause? We don't. We need the book. And there's no way we can get it. That's the last thing we need. We wish we were able to take some of Timmy's comics and we miss reading our morning paper, but we have nothing of the sort in the bunker right now. Our last hope is literally the government. A gang of thugs are banging on the door, ordering us to surrender and give us all their supplies. How do we respond to these scumbags? We'll use the axe. Okay, this is nerve-wracking, actually. We were able to defend our home this time. What if they come back? Our axe broke. Okay, dehydration, just give it to her. Every new smell attacks our noses in this little shelter instantly. There isn't something we can miss. So when a single brick fell out of the wall, revealing a tight opening, our senses were immediately invaded by a terrible stench. We should probably check that hole out to see what the source of that smell is. If we had a padlock, we could go on an expedition. Okay. I don't know what that was all about. If we had a padlock, we could go on an expedition. Oh, it broke the radio. Oh, great. Now we can't do the government. We absolutely need the book. That is where we're at. We approached the hole cautiously and peeked inside. What happened nearly gave us a heart attack. Some crazed rodent, reptile, or whatever this crazy creature was leapt out and started jumping all over the dang shelter. It was everywhere. We couldn't catch it. Before we could do anything, it pushed our radio off the table and went back to the hole it crawled from, never to be saw again. How do we get the Scouts book? Let me check something. I have these little lists that lets us know. Okay, so a deck of cards can give us that on an expedition. Or the padlock. Okay, so deck of cards or the padlock. Deck of cards or the padlock. We have the deck of cards. We may have to just risk it. I don't think we have a choice. We have to risk it and get that book. We don't need to trade for anything. But we could trade this for the bug spray because that can help in self-defense. I don't know if the mutants can help us while we're gone. I don't know if that's a thing. The girls were very kind and their prices were more than fair, so we gladly accepted their offer. How very clever of them to keep their business alive even after the apocalypse. We're impressed. Okay, Dolores, let's just give you both because you're about to go on an adventure. Give her the cards. And please, please, please let the mutants protect our shelter if it needs to be. And also, let us get a book. If we get the book, we can win. Nope. The mutants do not protect your shelter. A pair of strangers, probably bandits, searched the remains of our house above. We overheard them talking. One of them mentioned they had captured a woman whose description matched Dolores. We don't think they'll let her go. Okay, so bandits got her. Yeah. That's insane. Okay. It was a good run. It was a good attempt. We got really close. So now we know. Now we know we need map, checkers, medkit, and the book. That's the stuff for the twins. That's our easiest way of escaping. The government one, there's too many things that can break our radio. Map, checkers, medkit. I don't even think the medkit. I think just map, checkers, or the Scouts book. I think that's it. We'll try that next time. We honestly might just do a solo with one person. I don't know. Either way, it was a good attempt. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that fun stuff. I hope you have a good day. I hope tomorrow's even better. And I hope to see you next time. Check out the playlist also. I got a bunch of playlists going. They're really good if you want to start a series from the beginning to the end. The only one I haven't done really is the 60 seconds one. But I got some for that new game Subliminal. Got some for Berry Berry Berry, I believe. If not, I'm gonna make that soon. I've got one for Pinata Go Boom. You know, all that fun stuff. Clover Pit. You know, I still need to get the Golden Knob. The Golden Knob is so difficult, though. It's so difficult. It is such an RNG thing, and it frustrates me a bit because it's RNG to get the card you need. It's RNG to get the items you need to use for the card. It's RNG to get, pretty much every item, everything. It's so much on top of each other. I feel like it's just such a rare occurrence, and you have to play it right when that stuff comes. It's a difficult thing. That's one of those, I need to play it like a bunch of times in a row, and I don't know. We'll do that one of these days. All right, well, I hope you have a good night, though. Hope tomorrow's better. Goodbye.